Are we live? Yes, we are.
Yes.
I think so. Yes. Hey.
Hooray!
No intro today, people, obviously. We also, G Squared aren't here because one is dancing in the garden in his mankini with his dad, the other is getting ready for his hollybobs. So I'll leave it to your imagination which one is which. But we do have Mal back. Hey.
Bonus.
Hello, Mal.
Hooray!
And we have the other two Australian people down there. Yeah. Tim's got a new toy as well.
I do.
And I'll leave that to your imagination.
I've seen it. Well, no,
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I've seen the results
It makes
of
a funny noise.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Yeah. You can tell there's no modders today as well. So, Tim, what is your new toy?
I picked up a new camera today, which does photos and videos, and I can plug it into the pooter and do all sorts of things. You know,
Like, zoom in.
so
I mean,
I
by
can.
moving the camera closer.
Get right up on him.
That works.
Yeah.
Proper.
Looks good.
So,
Proper job.
yeah.
There's that funny noise. Anyway, how
So,
are
yeah.
you, Tim?
Good. Yeah.
Good. You good, Mal?
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Well, good. Ish.
Good. Glad to hear it. Should we go through the comments?
Why not?
Yeah.
So what we've started doing now, Mal, is we're taking in turns going for each comment.
Oh dear.
So it's
I'll
quite
try and keep up then. Jesus.
Paul Tank says, Irish guy walking around the park in Dublin throwing talcum powder all over the place. Cop asks, what are you doing? Keeping the elephants away. There's no elephants here. Yep, sure works well.
Sure.
Go on, Mal.
So is it me? Is it? Oops. Sorry about the typo. This Paul.
Just says, "Good morning, folks. Hope you're having a wonderful bank holiday. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you."
Oh,
Yeah,
it's like he's
we do
channeling.
Do we have to
whenever
do
Tiff-
the voices as well then?
we do whenever Tiff comments.
Just
We'll wind
Tiff.
her up.
Yeah. Gary Markham's in. He says, Tiff and Paul T, g'day. We found elephants in the hotel here. There are footprints in the butter dish. I was looking for orcs here in Auckland, but haven't found any so far. Yeah.
JT says, morning everyone. What are we going to talk about today? It's like asking yourself, what's for dinner? A feast for the spirit of our spirits. I managed to get some bench time in this weekend. Excellent.
Nice.
And you say it's so dark and lonely in here on my own.
Yes.
But how long were you waiting then? Till I turned up.
About an hour and a half.
Oh, right.
Paul said,
Well,
said the actress to the bishop.
Gary replies, that bishop keeping people in the dark again.
Paul says, good day, GM.
Gary says, oi, Paul, you keeping well then?
JT says, at Paul, a good song for Bishop in Aliens, the breakup song. Does that make him a split personality? Ash spazzing out in Alien was cool. that was a good scene.
Yeah. Fun test for Pauls.
Yeah,
Paul
yeah.
Tanker says, GM, I'm not too bad, thanks. And you?
JT says, I don't know which movie was better, Aliens and Aliens. Both movies were kind of sinister.
My
Gary
favorite
says,
the Alien 3 is my favorite of the franchise.
Yeah, try to get my grandson to watch Alien, but his mum was giving it don't. Anyway, Gary says, yeah, we here is well. It's very cold here after leaving summer in Seoul. We got snow shovels at the ready. Unlucky.
For the record, Aliens is the best. Hagrid's in. He says, greetings all.
JT says, Paul, doing okay. Sugar is doing weird things about last couple of days.
Jim says, Hagrid, you're alive. Woohoo!
And you said, there will be no intro today, peeps. So when the clock strikes 12, be ready. And we were.
Yeah.
JT says, Hagrid, I hope you're enjoying a Duvel.
JT, the Greg Kinn Band. That's the breakup song.
JT says, Mikey, you need no introduction. Lol. Thank you. I think.
John says, Paul, yes, the breakup song.
Greg Kinn Band.
Jim says, at 12 o'clock, you all turn into pumpkins. Har, har, har. Where's the butter knife? Bitter knife. The bitter knife.
Bitter,
though. Paul says, great sound brings back a few memories.
And John says, Gary Markham, is that the Twilight Zone with the masks?
Gary says, no, it's Cinderella, JT.
Mal sounded as confused as I felt then.
Yeah.
Paul Tanker says he's
Maybe
listening to Tangerine Dream, Savo. What a band.
Maybe I'm not keeping up.
JT says, I remember the episode when the shallow people wear the masks, and when the clock struck midnight, they turned into the masks when they took them off. Okay.
John says, it's all right. I was trying to work out what that was. Is that some film that I've not seen or something? John, Tom, JT, not JT. Paul, do you like their song, My Love's in Jeopardy?
Sounds very romantical.
No idea what you're on about, JT. It must yet again be an American film we're not seen.
Yeah, JT says, Gary Markham, it was an old Twilight Zone episode with the masks. Okay, not seen it.
Jim says, never watched that TV series. There you go.
JT says, at Gary Markham, did you see the Alfred Hitchcock? Saw some of it. Of course, I did like The Birds.
Wasn't Alfred Hitchcock the director of films rather than an actual film? I thought so.
Bob's in. He says, good day all. Might not be here long due to a bad weekend and eating lots of painkillers. Keep napping. I hope you're doing all right, Bob.
Yeah. All hail King Bob.
JT says, Gary, I'm sure you have some great Aussie shows I'd love to see.
Yeah, they usually involve
three off the top of my head.
Houses.
Breaking Morant, The Cars That Ate
Neighbours.
Paris, and Shame.
Round the twist. Oh, hang on a minute. Jem says, Paul T. Luna Sea by Camel, early 1975, top album, one of two I know they produced.
Lunacy.
And JT, hey Robert.
Nice easy one there for you, Mal.
Yeah, was that another film or something I missed?
Paul says, JT was okay. I didn't like much of the 80s music. There was a few I really liked.
I'm going to put your microphone on auto level because it seems very loud. There you go.
Oh,
It's all right. So I've done it now. It's corrected it.
okie dokie.
It was, you know, when it goes quite loud and it starts sounding a bit tinny.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I might have bumped something on the mic, but
It's all right.
I'll
The
investigate
auto
later.
level-
Thank you for hot fixing.
It's all right. That's what I'm here for. Whose turn was it anyway?
Me, next. GM says, Bobby, more copy, brah.
Paul says, Bob, same here, mate. Didn't do anything but zombie around. I did some
JT
painting.
says, Paul, hard time liking stuff today. Feeling like my parents liking the music they did when they grew up. Yeah. That's a
Yeah, at least your parents didn't have to grow up listening to bloody WAP and all of that trash.
Yeah.
If that happened with Mal, would it be Vera Lynn and things like that then?
Oh, no, it would not. He says, no, not at all. My parents, maybe.
Well, that's the point.
I'm old, but I mean, calm the oldness bit down. I don't feel old, so no, 60s, 70s music, 80s music.
Yeah, it's all good.
But I
Patrick's in.
don't. I could hear a piece of music, but I couldn't tell you who it was by generally.
I'm the same.
With films, I know a film. I wouldn't be able to generally tell you who starred in it, who directed it, or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm the same.
I'm not a big. I don't do fan.
Unless it's
I
something
don't
like
do
Phil
being a
Collins
fan
or
of-
Genesis, then
Yeah,
I might
I mean-
recognize the song. But
yeah, ish.
Yeah.
I just like music. Some, not today's garbage.
Yeah.
And films, if I like them, I like them. And some that aren't that good, I can put up with. But
Yeah. So
So
Patrick's in. He
half of
says,
this-
"G'day to all in panel and chat."
yeah, all of this, I mean, is going over my head. All this. I
Bob
know
says-
aliens. I know aliens.
I just hope I managed to not send the email consisting of mostly S's to poor Gary Markham. When you drop off while you're typing, it's bad.
it's like when John starts telling a story. Paul says, funny how things go around.
And Joe says, no intro. What the heck?
Yeah, what the hell?
What the hell? That's a bit polite. Was there a tariff charge on it? Watch Garish stuff Monday. Matters with bad news on tariffs affecting price and orders. Good morning, afternoon, and evening.
Yeah, it's all
Yeah,
bad news.
Yeah, there's no
Threw
time.
me a bit with the capital Eb and O on Monday. I thought that was some modern form of
Moon Day.
yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Mail
it's
off.
just 'cause Mod is in there. Mod is usually does the intro because my computer sort of gets all jumpy with it.
Can't do
Also,
it.
you might want to ease up on the greetings, Joe. I hear they're getting tariffed as well. Boots in, he says, "G'day, all you beautiful people."
JT says, I feel like history repeats. That's a bloody good song by a bloody good band, which you've never heard of, I think. New Zealand band called Split Ends. The guy went off to form Crowded House.
Hey.
Wow.
GM says, Bobby, ha 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 ha, not seen this yet. Thumbs up. That'll wake you up. Somebody sticks a thumb up.
It's all right. I was thinking of something. Philip Paces. Hi, everyone.
We need a shot collar for you, man.
No, I was thinking of something. How can I say this without look? So I don't think I'll say because it makes me look so stupid. But I think I should say it anyway because I don't think that'll be a shock to anybody, would it? The piece of music I want played at my funeral as the coffin goes down. I can't remember the name, and I can't remember the. Well, I can't. I do know what it is, but I can't remember. I forget the title of it, and I forget who. Then I have to really, which is what I'm doing now. Really thinking about it. And if I do remember it, I've got it written down somewhere. I'm sure I have. What I tell you, you'll go, "What a fucking idiot! You not remember that?" So I'm thinking on it, and when I remember it, I'll tell you, and you can
Yes.
you'll see where I'm coming from.
For now, read out your comments.
Hi everyone. I've got the miss. The missus is about to start gardening, so I'm going to shut the door.
All right, bud.
Somebody has to do the work round here.
Yeah,
That's so true, my friend.
I'll just mute him so we don't hear his conversation with his wife.
Mm. JT says, "G'day, Duke."
There you go. Bob says, Paul, like the idea of being a zombie? No responsibilities, just hunting with brains.
Paul says, "My Lord Duke."
JT says, at Bob, like the tar man in Return of the Living Dead.
I think we're going to be
Jim.
movie orientated this show, aren't we?
Seems that way. GM says, "Greetings, new arrivals. Terror free."
JT says, lube keeps the machine going. It does.
It do. Gary says, "Timmer, does your camera make hot coffee?"
You got to do the voice. Timmy!
Oh, Timmy, does your camera make hot coffee?
It probably does if I let it overheat.
Yeah.
Could drop that in a thing of tap water.
Spend all that money on a camera just to burn it out on the first show.
Yeah, how good.
Katie will kill you.
Bob said, Gary, if the snake speech email is gone, that's good. We'll try to type better later, or maybe tomorrow when I can do Mayflower snapshots.
Paul Tanker says, "Greetings, gents."
GM says, no worries, Bobby.
Robert Harris says, "Not gone. I meant not sent."
JT says, Nodge and Timai. Hey, Mal and Mikey.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, JT.
Julian says, "Morning all."
He also says, Bodada Prifango, Mikey, morning Mal, evening Nodge and Tim.
Only.
Word Prifungal? It means what?
Archangel.
Oh, okay.
Prifangel.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Julian Hall says, "Talking to movies, watching Terminator 2 with my dad on DVD. The film ended with a building exploding, flames, screams, violence. Dad said, I told you I could smell gas." Nice one.
Jules says, Mikey, I think the Alfred Hitchcock mention was because he presented the Twilight Zone TV series a few times.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The more you know.
The more you know. JT says, "For technical issues, you need to get soup cans and string as props. Would be a funny sight gag. Parents loved doo-wop. Dad and Mum were born during the war." Okay.
Julian says, note to self, must ask Shelfie if Vera Lynn was a bit newfangled for him. He'd love you for it, I promise.
JT says, at Julian, instead of Rod Serling. Cool. Who's Rod Serling?
Before my
I
time.
don't know any of these people.
Who's
Was
the host of Twilight Zone?
Don't know.
Yes.
Was he?
Well, meet again.
Wasn't Vera Lynn the singer who upset Greenpeace during war rationing? Well, meet again.
Julian says, "LOLBOB."
Matt says, hi panel, hi all in chat. Hi Matt.
I'm not.
Yeah.
All right, mate.
JT says, at Robert, she did the English version of Lily Marlene.
Lily Marlene is the marching song for the Remy.
Yeah, of course.
No, sorry, that's Lily Bolero, isn't it?
Take your word for it. I'm willing to back you.
Yeah.
Jules says, JT, to be honest, I don't recall anyone except Hitchcock.
Mm-hmm.
That's because he just likes the word.
Paul says, GT, one 80s band I did like was Blancmange. Living on the Ceiling. 1982, Stephen Luscombe was a mate of mine. Was he? Good song, that.
Huh.
I'm so tall, I'm so tall.
Julian says, Mal, have you been taking lessons from Nodge about preambles? Lol.
That must be a no because I don't know.
Nodge John backwards.
Oh,
Because he's always putting
I've
stuff
got
on
a
back.
reputation of putting things on backwards. Maybe you've heard this, Mel.
oh yes, I remember. That's a while ago, though, isn't it?
Just every fucking show we do.
There's wheels now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. He's progressed from wheels onto axles now.
Oh,
He's actually got to go out and buy more kits just to put them together wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, we've got 2 more comments. Let's do them and do some
Yeah,
modeling.
let's bang them through.
Scott models. G'day all. Has the chat finished yet? Well, no.
Gareth says, Bobby, if you're falling asleep, replay some of those K-pop videos I sent over. You'll soon make up. Ha 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 ha. Bobby, I had a flurry of emails over the weekend discussing stuff. Let's model!
That's it.
Wow!
Go,
Well
Tim!
played, sir.
Yeah, all these.
But unfortunately, it's not the last comment.
No.
John?
Yeah, so JT says, John, I have a story. Spilled toner and dust went everywhere in the office, like your plaster dust. Yeah, okay. Let me show you the plaster dust. I'll just flick this over, and you can see the floor, I think. It's just gack everywhere. Like, I really need to clean up, but I don't have a vacuum cleaner at the moment.
You know Julian was on about those preambles, John.
Yeah.
Jim says, greetings to the on-screen lineup, sans the 2 Garys. Yeah.
Crops.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Julian says Paddy Mayne rewrote the lyrics even to Lily Marlene for the SAS in the early days when they were in North Africa.
There we go.
Cool.
Greetings and salutations to all the usual suspects in chat.
And Duke says, talking of movies for me is just a bridge too far. Well done, sir. Well done.
There you go. My great uncle was on that bridge. Anyway, down to the desks.
Oh, crikey. Right, let's try this. Oh, I've got a new light. I've got shadow problems. This is the first time I'm using it on this show, so this is going to be a problem.
Is that because you repositioned your overhead, your ceiling lights?
That's better. That's better. No, okay. So I did some wiring the other day.
Yes.
So yeah. Look, I'll show you because I filmed it to send to my darling wife so she could see what has been achieved while she's over on holiday. So this is just the video showing her what happened. It only goes for 30 seconds. So this is my daughter's in the lounge. And then that's a new alcove there. So this is, if I go back a bit. Right. So, pause. That's it. So last week, this front bit here had a door in it on that side of it. And there was just a wall there. So that room there was part of the garage. So we got rid of this wall here and moved it to the other side of the little alcove there. Right. So then this is me just showing my wife the lighting. So
Did she go, I don't like it, put it back how it was?
Full lights were always there. This is a new downlight I put in. That was a fluoro I changed for a downlight. And then in the garage, made it a two-way switch. So, for that little bit there. Plus, we got these 2 lights in the garage. The other day were the other way around. In fact, there was only one there. The other one is in that what's now the alcove. So there's 2 fluoros in the garage now. So the whole thing's brighter. And then here's the new trick. This is a model desk over there with a downlight above it. So like that. So
nice.
That's all the wiring I did because I'm an electrician.
And the lighting's much better.
And it works.
And I finished my box.
Ooh.
And I'm thinking of actually making another one because whilst this is going to be a really nice base, it actually turned out when I was spraying the Jagdpanther yesterday. This is actually really good for putting the little parts and stuff in, well, so I don't lose them or knock them about. So I might make another one.
Okay.
But today I'm going to be painting that. Ooh.
I'm going to be doing some stars and bars
Ooh.
on the Edward 48 scale Wildcat. So,
June says,
Nick on.
June says, laugh my ass off, evening Duke. JT says, Julian, was it based off the captured record? A British Army division held the record and it was a hit on both sides of the war. There you go. Julian says, the plane.
Deplane.
Julian says, what captured record, JT? I'm reading Damian Lewis's trilogy about the SAS and Maine, which says he rewrote it in 1942 or so. Soldiers are always rewriting songs to make fun of life as a soldier, usually.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right.
JT says, Julian saw a British YouTube about it. Who? I didn't know. So, Mal, how's your house sale thing going?
Well, you ask. Well, we reckon we've looked at something like 40 plus houses over 15 different areas, from the boardroom of Wales right over to Sleaford in the west, in the east, from Newark to Grantham, through Western Sutton in Ashfield, and then down south of there. And then we were also looked in Western Supermare just to finish it off when we was at my daughter's and found nothing.
Oh.
So tomorrow we're going down to the estate agent to tell them that we've found nothing.
Yeah.
They'll pass that on to our buyers,
Yeah.
who will complain bitterly that they want us out of their house. And we'll say, sorry, forget it. It's off the market.
Yeah.
So it looks, we don't know that unless they go, oh, all right, you've got, we'll give you more time. It's off the market and we're staying here.
Yeah.
So you successfully bought your own house?
Well, we got perfect price for it, but if we can't find anywhere to live, we can't even find an area. I was hopeful for Ludlow, but that didn't work out. But I can't tell you the amount of places we've been looked at. We found a couple of houses, but things like Leylandii trees surrounding the back garden, flooding and stuff like that, it ain't happening. Yeah. So it was a no from me, and it was a no from the missus. So we made plans to extend this bungalow, and be able to do what we wanted.
Do you think you get to a certain point in life where if you're looking for a house, you want one that you're not going to have to do any work on because it's too much effort now?
Well, that was part of it. I mean, there was one house that was all right. We could have, this works. This is all right. We could deal with that. We went out in the back garden. So, that would be fine because I need build a man cave. Came back in through the kitchen, and it was no bigger than my monitor screen. It was tiny. You would have had a bigger kitchen in a holiday rental. So that was out. We didn't even bother going upstairs.
Yeah.
So there's having criteria is fine, but we realised that you need to have a bit of leeway, and we did. But it was mainly the areas, just like in the east, over
Yeah.
say between Grantham and Newark,
Yeah.
and Sleaford a bit further over to the east. The roads were terrible. They
Yeah.
were like falling apart. Over to the west, they were far, far better.
Yeah.
But and the nice. There's always the nice countryside and everything. But if you have something that's in the middle of nowhere, you've got no amenities. We tried new builds. One new build site was just it was sterile.
Yeah.
It seemed, because there's nothing there but houses. They don't build any infrastructure, so they're all sterile. So no, it was a non. So the only way we can do it is find somewhere where an area where we really want to live that has houses in our price range.
Yeah.
And then go again. So we're going to do this up. It'll be worth a bit more. We may try in a couple of years, but it's a bit sad because having got full asking price, they say no, not happening. It's down to the buyers. They really want this place, and if they really want it that much, they'll hang on a bit. But yeah, so it all came to naught. But we still got masses of stuff packed up. All my models are packed. All my kits are packed up. A good 80% of my built models are packed up. But there you go. And so I've got nothing. I've got nothing. No modelling I can really do. I don't think. My Lysander, I gave it a wash on the upper surfaces yesterday.
Yeah.
So that needs a matte coat. The Aston Martin hasn't moved on.
Yeah.
The Apocalypse tank, or should I say the Obnob search and rescue vehicle, I've decided that these became too silly. I've ruined them by adding these fun bits to us. I've taken them off. I'm going to cut them shorter and do them again. But yeah, overall, I think what I might do is see if I can do some interior on the Aston.
Yeah.
I'm a bit loath to. I can't start anything else because I really want to. Sorry, just letting the missus go past, so she doesn't hear that. But
you have listening devices, you know.
Well, she warned me not to buy any more models, and then still kept turning up. But one was a Kotari Messerschmitt 109 K4.
Yeah.
Which I'd had on order, and in the meantime, it was the ISM brought out the 132nd HS123, which I had to have as well.
So what you're saying is, if I was to send you this model that I got sent to pass on to you, the 3D print, your missus may be a little bit peeved.
No, not when I show her what it is.
Yeah.
She'll go, "Oh, that's cute." No, she was. What are you doing getting people to send you stuff?
That's,
I just blame you for sending it.
Yeah. Blame me.
Yeah, it's
That'll
simple. It's not a problem.
Yeah. You'll have to send me your address on Facebook so I can get it posted to you.
I will.
I sorted out that mic issue.
Okay.
Yeah, when I plugged the camera in, it of course changed what
the
microphone was default. Yeah, so that was the mic, which obviously wasn't calibrated, and now I'm back on the boom arm, so all good.
Super. Clever, man.
course, it does mean I was speaking into the boom mic like an idiot.
That's not at all something that John would do.
No, I was at least speaking into it the right way.
Well, yeah. That was a proper evil little laugh then, Tim.
Yeah.
So many comments.
Yeah, I'll let you crack on.
JT, Damian Lewis is as in Major Winter's actor. No, Damian Lewis is in the historian, an author. Oh, come on, computer. Thank you. Duke says Rod Steiger during the 70s made a few movies until he met High Waterloo. JT, Timmy, if I complain to you on your compliment you on your Panzer, will you say thanks?
I will.
Complain about it.
Thanks you very much.
Yeah, if I complain about your Panzer. June says, point question I asked on Discord. So I'll ask here for those not on Discord. Damage weathering, the decals are often pristine, which I think takes away from the illusion of it being damaged. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A really easy way to get around that is if you have I've got
Flame
heaps
thrower.
of this foam sort of stuff lying around.
Mhm.
If you just tear a bit of that and then dip into your paint, do that on your thumb a couple of times, and then just go over the decal with like whatever color is underneath it, and then you'll effectively, paint.
Make
chip.
it look worn off.
Yep. It's like super easy way to do it, and then you don't have to worry about being steady with a brush or whatever because it'll be nice and random from that.
I've got a better way of doing it.
Ooh.
Paint them.
Pray tell.
Paint
Yeah,
them. You use masks rather than decals. Yeah, it's amazing what.
Paint the markings on.
Yeah. Stop being lazy, people.
Yeah. Stop being lazy. It's easy.
I will have to learn off you a bit, Mel, how to do paint masks because I'm kind of sick of ordering third parties and having to wait weeks for them to arrive from Europe.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe
Well,
Australian business doing that, Tim.
I mean, unless it's something like this,
Yeah.
which is you need a cutter that can cut very thin, and the hobby cutters won't really do it. But the cry kit and the silhouette and those sorts, you can the base RAF markings, Luftwaffe markings, all quite and codes and serials are quite easy to do. So once you can draw them, you can cut them. But it's the application that is the key, and that is probably actually the easiest bit if you know the trick. It's like when you apply decals, you know what to do to get them to look painted on. So using paint masks is just another set of techniques, which are simple, really simple. A little bit awkward, a little bit frustrating at times. But I always used to supply 4 of everything. So basically, 2 for the model, 1 to cock up, and 1 spare. And so you could actually use 1 to practice with.
Nice.
But if you want some,
go on.
Timmy, is it an army you normally build?
I don't know at the moment.
Tim builds anything.
Yeah.
I'm still pretty new to the hobby, so
right.
Like I still haven't built any Japanese things. So at the moment, I'm kind of there's a chance to do anything. I'm pretty much jumping at it.
All right. Well, if you come across a RAF 4-color roundels are probably one of the hardest things to achieve well. Essentially, though, they are easy. It's just doing it right. So if you come across an RAF subject, World War II, that you want to do, give us a shout and I'll send you some masks so you can have a go.
That reminds
Yeah,
me, Tim.
right on,
The next
thank you.
Thursday build. That could be handy for the next Thursday build.
Ooh,
'Cause-
run away.
Oh,
Scared him
he's
off.
he's that upset. He's jumped off. Well, whilst we're waiting for him to come back, Jim says, Duke, Steiger turned around the lead role of Patton.
Okay.
Decided you're good enough to join us then, Tim?
That's the first question. Yes,
Okay.
thank you for that, Mal.
Yeah, it's cool.
That could be handy for the next Thursday build, Tim, if you think ahead, if you plan ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're doing an interesting scheme, aren't you?
I'll do whatever you tell me to do. Just stop hitting me.
No. JT says, Mal is building a Lysander? No. Well, he is, but not at the minute.
Yeah.
You don't,
it's-
why do you sound? Why the question mark?
I
Yes, I'm
don't-
building a Lysander.
I don't think it's been shown on this stream like it was on Models for Heroes.
Does it not?
I don't
anyway,
recall it.
This is finished.
Not today.
No, not But I don't think it's been seen finished on here.
Yeah. June says, laugh out loud, JT. Duke says, Jim, George C. Scott was the perfect pattern.
He was very good.
Jim, Julian, I agree regarding decals installed, post-weathering, aging, damaging, etc. An error I used to commit on a regular basis until recently. Julian says, Rod Sterling, by the way, was a producer, screenwriter, which probably explains why some people can't picture him. There we go. Hobby Time says, hi, guys. Hi, Hobby Time.
Hi.
JT says, Patton was a cool in Midway. Tom Selleck was in the original Midway, I think. Didn't it? Hobby Time says, hi, Jim, and hi, Julian. John says, hello, Hobby Time. Jim says, I think Steiger's finest films were In the Heat of the Night and The Illustrated Man. Hobby Time says, hi, John. Jim, greetings, Hobby Time. Bob, more models make Mal's Mrs. mad. Is it Strand Beast time?
Try
No,
saying
actually,
that
she's-
3 times fast.
She's fine with it.
Yeah.
I think.
Jim says, JT, yes, John Selleck was in Midway. Sans mustache, as with Eric Estrada and Dabney Coleman.
Oh, there you go.
Jim says, Mal, we have plenty of houses and apartments in Seoul. Only drawback is the idiotic prices being asked. I bought 4 apartments and knocked through to make 1 long apartment. There we go. JT says, do you remember the traffic jamming pattern caused by the donkey? One of several scenes in the movie that showed his personality. There we go. Jim, if anyone has heard the real George Patton's voice, it was nothing anywhere near that of George C. Scott. JT, thanks, Jim. You had the alphabet soup of actors: Glenn Ford, Henry Fonda, Robert Mitchum, Heston. You wish Jason Roberts was in there. There you go. Ooh, sounds like an Amazon van. Ooh. June says, FYI, reference sending personal data on Facebook. Their so-called private messages are not private from them, as they use the data from PMs to add to your profile. I personally wouldn't send in private info. Yeah. Sorry, just checking. It's as private as you can get, though. That's the thing.
Yeah.
These days, unless it's text messages or thing. But I wouldn't worry too much about it, because every single electronic message that's sent from a phone or computer in the UK goes through GCHQ Cheltenham anyway, and it's all logged on their system. So, and then
Well,
screened.
that's good.
Yeah. So there's not really much point worrying about it, Julian.
Yeah,
'Cause-
just wait for your 2 minutes of hate, and then you can get it all out.
Yeah. every single message, and whether it's a phone call or a text message, that's sent to or from the UK or in the UK, goes through the servers at Cheltenham, and they're screened for certain words and things. So, yeah. JT says, Jim, Scott had the marine voice like Lee Marvin had. Junior says, be back in a bit, Kara here. Dorcosaurus says, I'm awake now. Can you start over, please? Lol. No. Scott says, I'll be buying my first ship kit to build next week to make King George V BB-1350. Nice.
Good choice.
Yeah, big ship. Jim says, good day, Scott. How are things in Tasmania? There we go. You can continue talking.
Going back to Julian's point about pristine decals on weathered models, I mean, the trick is to really apply the decals before starting weathering.
Well, yeah, that's an excellent point, to be fair.
Yeah. Even if it's just a wash, as long as if the decals are settled down into the panel detail.
Yeah, and to be fair, if they're decent decals and you can get them to melt right down to so it looks like they're painted on, then the weathering bit's easy.
Yeah.
Well,
I think a lot of modelers, especially those new to the game, worry about damaging the decals. But if they're applied properly and they're decent decals, you can damage them. But as long as you're careful, a wash on them and other weathering.
And put a clear coat over the top.
Yeah. Well, a clear coat. A clear coat doesn't necessarily stop you damaging the decals because it depends how the decals are adhering. So if it's like a chain with a shackle.
Yeah.
If you got a really heavy chain but a small shackle, the chain's no better than the small shackle. So painted surface with decals on, if the adhesion of the decal is not very clever and you put a varnish coat over it, the decal will still lift and take the varnish with it. So, but essentially, apply the decals and then start the weathering.
Yeah, it's all practice and just learning your techniques and things. Isn't it?
It's all very easy, not.
It's dead simple, honest. Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it.
Which is actually that's true about anything. Yeah,
anyone can do it as long as they take the time to learn.
Yeah, practice.
Yeah, we weren't always this shit.
Yeah, we had to. It takes time.
Yeah, we spent years practicing this. Jim says, Mal, making decal masks for the Korean aircraft is difficult as it has loads of curves inside circles. I have bought some circle making kits, but it's very fiddly.
Decal masks. I take it you mean masks for marking.
Yeah.
Rather than it winds me up a little bit when people talk about stencils. When I think of stencils as a stencil data.
So what you're saying is this is kind of like a rivet counter moment for you.
A what?
A rivet counter moment.
Yeah. To a small degree, I get it. I mean, I'm not averse to it. I understand. But,
we found Mal's rivet counter trigger.
Don't trigger it. Whatever you there's. Remember what I used to do in the army?
Yeah.
I can retaliate greatly. Anyway, let's not go there. That's not what. Stop it.
We're not at all trying to trigger you, Mal.
No, I know, not at all. So, what markings did he say?
Korean.
I've done Korean markings, I think. Basically, I draw them. If I can draw them, my machine can cut them.
Yeah.
So, but it's the trick is how when I'm cutting, like the ones on the IAR 81C, they're simple, set just a few. I think it's 6 colours or 5 colours. But if I was to produce those for somebody, I would have to write instructions on how they were designed to be used. It's not that there's a certain couple of points that you need to follow for it to work. And so complicated masks just need a bit of thought on how you would paint them, in what order, how you would do that, how you would ensure everything lines up and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I must say that the instructions you provide with your masks, Mal, are some of the best I've seen on the planet.
Sorry, John. You mean they are the best? Because I can say that with confidence, because there are no other masks that you buy that actually give you real instructions.
That's true. I've used other
is
brands. Yeah, and Mal's really are amazing. I'm not saying that because he's here. They really are.
No, but they're not. It's not me. It's Millie that.
It's Millie. Yeah.
Millie writes that. So
I don't think our viewers have met Millie.
No.
Yeah. Are you able to do share screen?
Show
them, Millie.
Right. Let me give us a moment.
Yeah. So they know who we're talking about.
Or yeah. I have got a poster.
Ooh, that's good.
I put a lot of stuff on.
Well, whilst you look for that, I'll go through the comments. Scott said last week a winter gym is going to get hot. JT says, did you see Raise the Titanic? A sinky thing became a floaty thing. I have a different take on Titanic as I've gotten older. Feel more respect for the adventure I saw in the film. Yeah, it is a good film, that. How prophetic is it as well that they included a scene where the submersible exploded underwater? Well, imploded rather, underwater.
Yeah.
Paul says, talking about animal traffic jam, anyone see the 50 or so elephants that went to sleep in the middle of the track in a reserve in Africa? Wouldn't surprise me. John says, speaking of floaty things, I hope Mr. Morris is well today. Yeah, he's comparing mankinis with his dad. Jim says, we are getting a preview of autumn this week. Beautifully cool and sunny weather. Much deserved for us in the Midwest. Yeah. He also says, Marley, what paints did you use for the colour scheme on the Wildcat?
Right. I've got them. I'm just grabbing them, actually.
Okay.
So the bottom is SMS Insignia White, which is just a slightly off white. Didn't want it too bright. Everyone knows what white looks like. I won't. There we go. All right, so white and Insignia White. There's not much of a difference between them, but yeah, I didn't want it too bright, so I toned it down with the Insignia White. That's for the underside. And the top two are the ones that I'd recommend. It's a FS 6231, a flat grey, and an FS 26440. Semi-gloss grey. Well, so yeah, those two, and just by just freehand, all of it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and the green is different. The green is pale green by Vallejo.
Yeah.
But very, very closely matches US interior green.
Good work, Nodge.
Cheers.
I've got Millie up on my screen if you want to.
Yep. Done. You need to share screen now.
Yeah, is that
JT says it's the monitor with the cross on it.
Yeah.
JT says, Jim, that's good steam riding weather. Yes. Jim says, SMS and Mr. Colour, very good choice of paints. Yeah.
Thank you. They are.
I wonder if you'll be able to get them for much longer in America.
SMS, definitely not.
Yeah.
So he could, but Scott Taylor, the owner of SMS, what he was saying to me was he's only allowed to send, or was only allowed to send a pallet to America per year because he couldn't
Yeah.
go over a certain amount. Otherwise, he'd have to pay the de minimums thing that's up to a certain value, $800 or whatever.
Yeah.
So that kept the quantity down. Now that that's been taken away by executive order, that I'm sure he's going to stop importing it. And these ones come from Japan, so no matter how you look at it,
It's going to cost a fortune.
it's going
to
to cost more because that's why they elected him.
But anyway, here's Millie.
Isn't she gorgeous?
She is.
Do you want to see the? This is the original that Chuck Wojtkiewicz, note the trademark, did for me. And if you don't know Chuck Wojtkiewicz, look him up. He did work for Halo.
Yeah. I love that. If you don't know who he is, look him up.
Yeah. well, if you know Halo and stuff, he's a graphic art, not a graphic artist. He's a storyboard artist. Did the storyboards for one of the things was Deadpool.
Yeah.
Deadpool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like Deadpool.
He's a comic artist.
Comic book artist.
Yeah. The generic instructions I send out.
Yeah.
Show Millie applying mass. They were done for me by Chuck.
Yeah.
When he was on holiday in Antarctica. Because
that's a normal holiday.
Yeah, he was doing. I didn't. When I first I found him on what was Armour at the time. It's now Kitmaker Network. And he was built. He's a very good modeler. He super details. The models he builds. And he was building an Avenger, I think. And I asked him if he wanted masks for it. And he said, "Oh yeah, that'd be cool." So I did him a set of masks for that. And I plucked up courage because I was trying to get some sort of a logo for Miracle Masks. And I asked him, because on his posts, he used to have he drew like a cartoon figure of himself. Yeah. And he had a Reich Fenning that would tell him off. So because of this cartoon thing, I asked him if he could possibly do me a thing, and this is what he come up with. Oh, gee. Then I found out who he was, and realised that to get something like this from a guy like him would have cost me a fortune, which I would never have been able to pay for. So if he wants masks, I'd do him a set of masks. It's quite brilliant. And he's done me others. Of a newer. Let me find this. Got so many.
That I will go through more comments. Jim says, "Very good cycling weather." JT, bicycle. Lol. Jeff is in and he's waving. Hello, Jeff. June says back. Okay. Jim, US distributors such as Andy's Hobby Headquarters and Sprue Brothers are two that will continue to provide products such as Edward, Tamir, and other products from Europe and Asia. No worries for me. Interesting. Because Edward said they're not going to supply out to the US anymore.
They did, yeah.
June says, "Love that logo, Mal."
Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? I love it to bits. I still use it now. I've changed, although I stopped doing the masks. This is the the new.
You were, Mal.
I know it's good, isn't it? Look at the M. That's a bit out of focus on there, but it's. And there's another one. Want to see the other one? Of course you do.
Yeah, go on.
I'll say no if you want, but I mean,
No, it's fine.
these are.
You just need to close the other two down, Mal, because I can't take them out the back.
All right, okay.
I can't take them out the back. Right?
Take it out the back.
Good.
You know what I mean?
No.
No, we don't.
Ready?
Just because Modders isn't here doesn't mean you can be rude, okay? Honest. Because the thought never crossed with my mind. Because I'm innocent. Honestly. Oh, there we go. Right. Add to stage. Oh, there we go. Look at that.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Oh, wow.
Very good, Mal.
I did. I was looking at doing generic masks.
Yeah.
Like most of the others do. Well, nobody else that I know of now does masks to order. They all do generic stuff, which is all right. Nothing wrong with it, but it didn't work for what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
But I was being asked by Ushivana Ross and his UK importer.
Yeah.
What I forgot. Albion Alloys. Matthew John was asking about generic masks. So I asked. So to do it though, I mean the logistics of getting packaging done. So that was like a part of packaging stuff.
Yeah.
So, but now Millie, the original Millie, on my Facebook page, I've changed the flag to my to celebrate my granddaughter who had a brain tumor when she was 8 weeks old.
Oh shit.
So that celebrates that. But now you see in my posts, you'll see Millie holding the flag which says Moles for Heroes on it.
Yeah.
Ah.
So I still use it, and that's what I use it for.
Excellent.
It's cool.
I think it's cool that Moles for Heroes brought all us together.
Well, I was talking to Matt when you buggered off. Just talking about how the mask thing made me a lot of friends around the world, and how the hobby brings people together, and how this in particular does it. We wouldn't have known each other at all if it wasn't for
No,
this.
sir.
And now I spend almost every day of the week talking to John and Tim and Gary.
Yeah, you can't get away, you see.
Yeah,
No,
you get less
that's
time
why
for
I have
stealing
to
a
take weekends
car.
off. It's just too much John for one man to handle.
Oh. Madam.
See, I found out that Australians are actually all right through
And that they do actually exist.
Yeah, they do actually.
Exist.
Through one of the guys I did, there was a number of guys I did masks for free because they were my advertising. One of them is Ralph Reese, who's an Australian guy.
Yeah.
Through Ralph, I found out that Australians are all right sort of people. You know what I mean?
Sort of all right.
So, well, I've never. Well, I've met John in person, but I've never met Ralph in person.
No.
So you have to meet people a couple of times before you can make a real decision, don't you?
Yeah.
Don't you?
Well,
Is that just me?
I've never met John in person, so
No.
I'm basing everything on online.
Right.
Although in 2027 we will be meeting them again.
That's right. Yeah. So
JT says-
we meet here and on OnlyFans.
Yes. On only twice. JT says, Paul makes steam look so dramatic. Love the fall colours on the black locomotives. Want to see the East Broad Top Railroad again. I love steam trains. They're cool. Zane says, been raining all day here in Western Australia. Winter. And Zane says, very cool logo.
Yes.
See, I have two versions of mine. I have a Welsh version and an English version. JT says, Mal reminds me of the World War II nose art. It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Julian sings to the tune of Queen's Bicycle Race. I want to ride my bicycle, but my balance is shit. GM says, I had drawn up the final designs for decal manufacturing through AAA SIG. The group leader's wife passed away and the whole thing stalled. Now, no South Korean decals were produced. Would have better. Oh, Christ almighty. Stop jumping about. All right. Jim says, Edward and others will not ship to US retail customers. Shipping to US distributors is apparently a different thing. Oh, that's interesting.
Well, it's not Edward per se. It's all the European countries' postal services are refusing to send anything to the US because they're expected to cover the cost and they refuse to because why should they?
Yeah.
Like, that's not how tariffs work.
Yeah.
I stopped posting to the US several years ago.
Yeah,
I was
I don't
still
blame
doing it. Well, because stuff, if I posted to America, stuff never arrived.
Yeah.
I've posted stuff to Guatemala and it got there. But I won't post to Italy either. Nothing ever gets anywhere. No post ever arrives in Italy.
Yeah.
Really?
From my experience.
Yeah, of course.
Julian says, I'm innocent. Yeah, you're as innocent as I am, Mikey. Innocent just means not found guilty in court of law. Well, that's why we had the long service without getting caught medal.
Yeah.
Which I didn't even get that.
I refused mine.
Jim says, I did draw up all Korean years in decal forms, but the plan was dropped after the printer lost his wife. Ooh. Zane says, you buy off Evil Bay, you can still get them. Yeah, it's not Edward itself that's refusing, it's the Czech postal service that's refusing to send anything to America. So not sure how it's going to work. Paul says
the tariffs.
Yeah, well, there's new charges put on.
It's different. It's a de minimis thing that packages under $800 were. Gary Suff explains it on his latest video. But yeah, any packages valued less than $800 used to be allowed into America without having to pay an import duty.
Right.
And Trump got rid of that because he's only looking after millionaires.
Yeah, the only thing that's exempt now is anything below $100.
Well,
so he's not got rid of it; he's reduced it.
Doesn't Europe do the same thing? If you send something to Europe, you need to pay. If it's over a certain amount, it's the same thing.
This is why I keep saying don't go into politics on here.
I'm not. I'm going to postage.
Yeah, because postage is called Trump, isn't it? Yeah. Shut the fuck up, John. Paul says, G'day, Zane, fellow West Aussie. Julian says, Millie Mal, not Doris the Decal Queen. Rosie the Riveter for scale modelers.
It's Millie, because that's what Chuck called her.
Yeah.
And it's Miracle Paint Mask because that's my initials.
Yeah. Zane says, I live in Australia. No, they are not. John says, Julian, like Britney Spears sings, I'm not that innocent. Julian says, evening, Zane. Zane says, hi, Julian. JT says, Julian, we'll share the Lily Marlene video I saw on Discord. That's fine. There's a music section where you can share music videos and stuff. Zane says, hi, Paul, with a wave. JT, for the Soviet spoofing Queen, I like to ride my hammer and sickle. Julian says, the best conversation about history, copied link Mikey for those not on Discord. Yeah, I put that in yesterday. Oh, I see. He's copied the link that I posted for people that aren't on Discord. Got you. It is a really good conversation. Just watch it. Ignore the thumbnail, but yeah, because it doesn't talk specifically about Soviets and the N words. It discusses how we look at history as a whole, how different people look at it as a whole. It's a very good conversation. And Junior says, thanks, GT.
This make you homesick, Tim?
Oh, good drop.
It is, eh?
Yeah, Capital Brewing's pretty good. Although, if people want to opine the cost of things, you should see how much a slab of craft beer costs in Australia.
Is that because you don't have any breweries in Australia?
Oh,
We've got a ton of breweries. I've got, like, up here on the Sunshine Coast, I've got one within 2 kilometers of my house that I can walk to. It's called Brouhaha. It's awesome.
Brouhaha.
Yeah, it's
Love
called Brouhaha. They do an imperial stout, which I'm a pretty big dude. It knocks me on my ass after about 5 pints of that.
I like stout. I had one the other day that was 8.1% volume.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll find out. Let me find out how.
It was nice though. It was biscuit flavored stout.
Oh, I did have one of those a couple of days ago. I think can't remember exactly which one it was, but God, it was good.
Yeah, I do like stout. Stout of heart, stout of drink. JT says, what was problematic with an early Soviet era car? It was always Stalin. Very good. Julian says, yay, 18 watching, 18 likes, 100% Mikey. Yes. Although it did go up to 22, I think, before. But yay.
So the Imperial Stout that I like is 9.6.
There we go.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good beer to me.
It is a very good. I just enjoy being able to have a sensible amount of pints and get suitably trashed.
See, I don't like getting trashed.
Well, no, trashed isn't the right word.
Happy.
Yeah.
Happy. Get a real strong buzz on.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, if I'm drinking normal stuff with everyone else, I've got to drink an absurd amount of beer, and then I feel all bloated and yuck. So
yeah, I hate drinking lager for that reason.
Yeah,
lager is just This is the kind of people that turn up to the pub wearing football shirts and shout "Shearer, Shearer." It's not a proper man's drink. I'm only joking.
Last time I went to Brouhaha, I walked in by myself and this guy going, "Oi, oi!" And I, what? I like turned around. He's like, "Are you here by yourself?" I'm like, "Yeah, mate, just having a beer." And he's like, "Oh, come sit with us." I was like, "All right." And then, it turned out to be good dudes and stuff, but I was like, this is weird, man. No one ever just talks to people anymore. And he's like, "Yeah, I know, but, no one should drink alone." And I'm like, "Oh, it's like genuinely a friendly sort of outlook on life."
Yeah.
I was like, when I heard you yelling and stuff, I turned around. I thought I was about to have to bloody have a fist fight in the car lot.
Yeah.
Before you'd even start drinking.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I've had a long day. I want my pint. Just why? Why would you make me do this? But no, it turned out to be a good dude and a bunch of other randoms that he'd yelled at. And had a couple of beers, and it was a good afternoon.
Awesome.
Yeah. Although, can I just say, it's a little bit sad that you went to a brewery to have a pint on your own.
Well, the brewery is my local pub.
Ah,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? But it's an awesome venue. Like they've always got like food trucks and they got a little stage. Like locals and stuff get up and play music and
yeah, like an open mic thing.
sort of. They do have like open mic sort of events, but yeah, normally someone's like build to play.
Host
But
it.
it's a cool joint, and they've got like a mezzanine floor that has like old pinball machines and leather couches and all that.
It sounds
Yeah.
like an adult soft play area.
Didn't you just describe every pub?
Jim says, "Pissy little YouTube. You can't speak the N-word, but you can say Soviet. Which political system has more corpses left in their oath?" Yeah, exactly.
That's my argument exactly.
But that's part of one of the things they discuss on that video. That exact topic. How ridiculous that is. June says, "JT, are we here all week by any chance?" Jim says, "Tim, being a Navy man, perhaps having a slight list to port would be more accurate description of being under the influence." Yeah.
Slide. Yeah. Yeah.
It's when Katie can hear something banging on the front door. She opens the door and looks down. You're there on all fours, crawling back into the house.
It's like that video of that young lad in the UK coming home. And he's like, "I am not drunk." And she's like, "Can you even tell the time?" He goes, "Yes." And he turns and starts pointing at the clock. And he goes, "I am not drunk."
That's funny.
Do this.
Did you ever watch Men Behaving Badly in Australia?
Yeah, it was so long ago. I don't remember any of it though. It was on.
There's an episode where Gary and what was his name? Who did Neil Morrissey play? What was his name?
Yeah, you're on your own, buddy.
Yeah. But anyway, they get absolutely steaming drunk in the pub, and they come back, and they're trying to get in the front door, and Gary ends up kneeling on the floor trying to get his keys out, and then just as he goes to put the key in the door, Dorothy opens the door, and he just sort of goes to put the key in and just keeps going. Because the door's open, he just carries on going forwards onto his face. And he's like, "Hi, love. We just had a few drinks." John's put laugh aloud. Julian. Julian says, "Timmy, tale reminds me of years ago when a friend went down to a town rugby match day. Not planning to go on to the match, so had no ticket. Opposing supporters took him in on their club ticket." There we go.
Well,
Yeah,
says,
occasionally people are cool.
Yeah.
yeah.
Most people are all right, to be fair.
True.
There's a lot of good people in the world. It's just people piss them off and rub them the wrong way. A lot.
Like John.
Duke says, communism is the best thing on, communism is the best thing on paper. It's only when people are involved it fails. Yeah. June says, "Jim, a slight list is one thing. Capsize is a deeper issue."
I think it was a quote attributed to Churchill. I think is democracy is the best form of government once all the other ones have been tried and failed.
Yeah. Yes.
I like the. Actually, probably can't say that one.
Communism is the best thing until it's put into practice.
See? I've been arguing against as well since I was young. They're like,
Yeah.
it's the best thing on paper. I'm like, no, on paper it's still theft.
Yeah.
That either gets people right on side or you're about to have an argument.
I could just imagine like a 9-year-old Timmy standing in front of a grown-up replying with that.
Yeah, like when you're in school and they're like, did you bring enough for anyone? And it's like, don't know. Has anyone reported you for being a communist? Bring back McCarthyism, I say.
The good times.
Yeah, the good old bad days.
We're absolutely not right-wing on it.
No.
Yeah,
We just like to...
all
mess around.
views expressed by Timar are those of Timar and do not reflect the views of Be the Veteran Creates or any other affiliated.
So MI5 and Keir Starling, please feel free to visit Australia and go and take Timmy to court, not me. He lives at this address. Timmy at...
Yeah. Well, I don't even know where I live. Just ask Duke, he knows.
Yeah. He can tell you which room you live in.
Yeah.
Not
Which
all
one you
creepy.
wear your best underwear in. Oh yeah, I've read that one. Julian says, "Squirrel! Communism is parrot fleas." True. There we go. This boat's looking all right so far. Oh yeah, I'm doing a floaty thing. Just realised.
You've just realised?
Yeah.
Jeez, I really am not paying attention. I've just looked up at the computer screen and gone, oh, someone's putting a swordfish together. And, oh, hang on, that's me. Oh, jeez. Really kicking goals.
How many of those beers have you had?
None. I think I'm just, I've had a good day. I went and had a ultrasound with the missus, and the baby is cooking nicely. And then my parents, have flown up, so took them out to an Italian joint on the beach for dinner.
Nice.
Which was ace. And then I get to come home and hang out with you lovely people and build some models. So,
my
them
mother-in-law.
endorphins in it.
My mother-in-law popped round at the weekend as well. That's quite nice.
The Timmy's?
No, mine.
Yeah, I was very confused.
I bet she was. She would have been an all. How the hell did I get here? It was like when in cartoons when they step into a wardrobe or something and appear at the other side of the wall.
Oh, well, while you're here, I've got this 9.6% stout.
Take it back from Mikey. Yay. Duke says, I was about to say that, Timmy. Ha 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 ha. Bob says, I thought Australia had their full quota of criminals a long time ago. Bob says, yes, I woke up. And Patrick says, good to see you with it today, Timmy.
Yeah, thanks, mate.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Get in there. There we go.
How do I want to paint that?
Paul says, Bob, I just did too. Drat opioid pills. Very good. Wow, I wrote an hour and 25 minutes already.
Oh, that's insane.
It's gone fast. And of course, we've got the omnibus build tomorrow as well.
Yes. I've caught up to what you asked me to. So
yeah,
it's looking good.
Yeah.
the end of a certain page. Yeah.
I can't remember what that was, but yay.
Well, I can't remember the step. I haven't got it in front of me, but yeah, you'll see tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, I still need to paint details on the engine. I've painted it all black. Deciding whether or not to just have the engine closed. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Oh, here we go. Shit. Come on, stupid computer. Crafts by Kelly and Robin says, love seeing gentlemen crafting. Good morning, all. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the channel.
No.
Hello.
Hello. Yes. What's that picture as well? Family live life branches on a little all grow together. Something. Yeah, cool. Welcome to the channel. I'm glad you're enjoying it. We do 4 streams a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 12 till 2. Tomorrow, me and John will be doing the omnibus. John is the one, this one, under here. Oh, no, he's down there. He's in the corner. Lube and subscribe. There we go. Yes. And then on Thursday, myself, John, and Gary Morris will be working on the Tamir SAS Jeep. And Friday, we shall be doing the Jag Panther. Tamir.
The Yag.
Jag. I've done the primer and the base coat and the yellow coat on mine. Just got to do the camera.
Good. All right. Well, yeah, I might do the dark yellow at some point this week then, so that I can just paint the camouflage.
Well, yeah,
if
because
that's where you're up to.
Yeah, because once you put everything on, there's not really anything to do other than paint it, and then you can start doing the weathering and the diorama base and stuff.
Yeah, that is generally how scale modeling works.
Yeah.
No.
Well, on this channel, you never know.
True story.
JT says Lily Marlene is an okay song to sing in Germany, where Erica isn't. Erica is about a girl and how a flower reminds a German soldier of her. The content is not bad in the song, though. Yeah. JT says Erica sounds more like a marching song than a love song like Lily Marlene. Yeah. I do like the Lily Bolero. That's a good marching song. Crafts by Kelly and Robin. Which one are we speaking to? Kelly or Robin, by the way? But they say they're from Michigan, USA.
Ooh,
Very welcome.
Another Midwester.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's other Americans in the chat. We've got people from New York, from Chicago, from Mississippi, or certainly down.
So we've technically got people from all across the states, which is cool.
I don't think we have the West Coast, but it's only because it'll be like crazy o'clock there, I think.
Yeah. Oh no,
But
we
yeah.
do. No, we do. I think is it Tammy? No. There is. Oh no, DP with baby cakes. She's in California.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. John says Lily Marlene became becoming a hit on both sides of the war. I think what separates them. Okay. Gary says, did Nodge manage to correct the axle he put on backwards last week?
No, however, you couldn't tell. So that's it there. Oh look, bit of colour.
Oh yeah, very red.
So, yeah. Oh yeah. So that's that's the final colour, I think. But yeah, it's come up well. I had a lot of fun with it yesterday.
Good. I'm glad. Paul says, I have to succumb to Morpheus. Thanks again, everyone. All right, buddy. Have fun. Kraft says, it's Kelly we're speaking to. Hello, Kelly. Welcome to the channel. JT says, Mikey, it's a long way to Tipperary. It is. I like that song.
If you want to rock and roll.
We had to learn it in junior school. Julian says, hi, Crafts by Kelly and Robin. Welcome to the Madhouse. I'm the sane, well-behaved one. Yeah. You're about to learn the Welsh for you bleeding liar. It's Julian, isn't it? Kelly says it's 8:30 a.m. there. Wow.
That's a good time.
What a way to start your day. With some English and Australian idiots. Kelly says, lol. Yeah, it's nice to have new people here.
Always.
Yeah. We try and keep it a little bit varied with the streams and stuff. But we tend to gravitate around scale modeling. But you do whatever you enjoy doing. JT says, like the Colonel Bogey March. Yeah. Kelly says, yes, it is. Jim says, Kelly, welcome to the channel. By the way, those from south of Wales are people of quality, not... Excuse me. People from South Wales are bloody heathens. I'll have you know. Us northerners are the ones that are angels. And people of quality. Julian, on the other hand, is king of the heathens. And he says, laugh my ass off. No, Mikey, king heathen is the Welsh for the bloody liar. True. JT says, I love the bagpipe marches. Do the Welsh have pipers? Yeah. Occasionally. Welsh music is actually really nice.
Yes, it is.
Very beautiful music. Even the rock music's nice.
My daughter was listening to it in my car yesterday.
Really?
Yeah. I was surprised. I said, I was singing Welsh. Yeah.
I see.
I can't remember the name. I'll ask her in a sec. Just let me put this decal up.
I'm guessing it's probably going to be Umar Head or something.
No, it's someone and someone.
Oh.
But it wasn't, you know.
Simon and Garfunkel.
Yeah,
on the channel page for this channel, John, on YouTube, there's a playlist that's all Welsh songs, Welsh music.
Oh, I'm sorry.
There's really nice ones on there. Julian says, PMSL Jim, emoji laugh. Bob says, question for Mikey. At the start of the bus build, you showed a picture of the Magneto. Where did you find that? Not in my book. I found it on Google. I just Googled 1919 omnibus engine or something like that. Kelly says, anyone is better than USA Madness we're experiencing right now. Don't get John started on that.
Don't get me started. I have certain views about the guy who... All the bullshit and madness will go away if you just throw the bastard in jail.
John.
True story.
John.
True
John.
story.
John. Shut the fuck up.
Righto.
Otherwise, others will bitch slap you into next week.
What's that? You want my opinion?
Jim says, sorry, Mikey couldn't resist being a wise guy. It's all right, buddy. Jim says, if I sent a strange beast kit to John, would he need a second kit for spare parts? He really cannot afford to mess up the parts. John's getting a strong beast, as is Timmy.
Yeah, I'm very much looking forward to it.
Yeah. Joe says, if Mikey starts singing Welsh songs in Welsh, I start singing songs in Spanish. Don't do it, Mikey. Joe says, John is correct. Drew says, that reminds me, Mikey, one of the vinyl records I put on MP3 was a Welsh music rock band. The group was called Tebot Pws. Nice. That'd be interesting to listen to. Bob says, aha, Time to check Thinking for Idiots. JT says the 6 to 7 hour flight was worth a visit to England. Want to visit a country and share a pint again, like I did on my way back home from Heathrow. There you go.
Sounds better than 30 hours.
Kelly says, not going to hurt my feelings. I agree. Oh, no, we're not worried about hurting each other's feelings. It's just that once we get John started, we can't stop him. And then he ends up going into stuff that will get the channel taken down. And we don't want that.
Welsh music.
Die Filau or Dal Filau. Yeah. There's Gwyneth Alice Williams. Yeah.
Yeah, so that. And the lyrics, of course, are all...
Dal Filau, Paida, Duid, Rustin, Paida, Duid, Rustin, Duma. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
So can you send me a link to that, John?
Sure.
Thank you, buddy.
Sure.
Bob says, "Oh, has the parcel arrived, Notch?"
It has not.
Not
I'll
yet.
let you know when it does.
Yes.
I can see.
Mr. Morris has received his, but he's not allowed to open it until John receives his and Mr. Evans is back home from his holidays. So I'm sure he's twitching like hell looking at it on the shelf. Wondering what the hell we've sent him. Because it wasn't just a strand beast. JT says, John, I like your magic bus. If you did another train, would it be a 515? I don't get it. GM says, I have 3. Bobby thought I should spread the love. Yeah. JT says, by the way, John, hope you like my Who references.
Oh, I love it.
I just go, who?
The magic bus.
To me, who is a question.
I'm really looking forward to building this.
Swordfish.
That Tammy one.
It is. It is. Something I'm thinking of doing a base like over water and stuff, and then have it like mid dropping the torpedo. I think that would,
when it's firing at the Bismarck,
I think that'd be cool.
or when it is firing at the Royal Navy ship by mistake.
Who knows?
What you could do, Tim, is have it over the water and then have a small scale ship in the distance. Well, small scale ship, so it looks like it's well below it or something. Or well in front of it, rather, because they drop torpedoes at a very low level.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking of doing, is like having the torpedo like almost splashing, or maybe even in the water, and then have the plane just like starting to
Climb again.
bank up. Yeah, because that way I can do like plenty of detail on the surface of the water.
Yeah,
which I think would look cool, and then I don't have to worry about too many extra components. It just tells the story in as few moving parts as possible.
yeah. I like that idea, Tim.
Yeah.
Bob says, when the parcel arrives, so will Mr. Marley. Here's the better looking Marleys and one for Tim Air, apparently stuck in Oz Customs with characters. Oh,
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you know.
Australian customers are going, what the fuck are these?
Why are there 40,000 of them?
Yes, and why they're being sent to a grown man. JT says, Mikey, 515 is a good Who song as well as Magic Bus. There are many good songs, even from Tommy. There we go.
It's a wonderful song by Elbow called The Delayed 515 as well.
GM says, I could send 1 or 2 kits to John if he wants one in transit and get stuck. If the ones in transit get stuck.
Oh, he's trying to offload them. He's trying to offload them.
Nah, you got to do an office build, Gary. Do an office competition build or something. Or office buddy build. Team building exercise. There you go.
She's fine.
So, on a scale of 1 to furious, how well do you think Modders is going to be wound up when she watches this back later?
Where would she be?
Well, if people have said stuff we shouldn't, or we've got a little bit rowdy, or anything that sets Modders off,
I have not sung. I have not sung at all.
which is unusual, which shows you can avoid doing it.
Well,
Bold of you to assume that Modders actually watches the channel.
yeah, you don't pay her enough.
If she misses a stream, she makes sure to watch it back later, just to make sure John hasn't done anything he shouldn't. I'm not even joking.
Would you like me to sing a song about throwing somebody in jail?
No.
Too bad. A 1, a 3, a 5, 7, a 9, 12.
Oh, dickhead.
You can play the stuffing out of a recorder, so
Yeah.
you can be in for a whole concert.
I used to play recorder when I was in junior school. It was one of the
Don't
few
make-
musical instruments that let us play.
Don't make me go and get it. You know what? I don't think it'll come through because this StreamYard just cuts out background music and it'll probably think, oh, no, that's annoying. That's obviously not meant to be there and erase it.
Yeah. Shortly before YouTube erases the channel, yeah?
Well, I'll tell you what, Bron sent a photo from Iceland. She's just sent a photo now.
Does it
I
have
don't
a
know
lot
what
of
it is,
freezers in it? For freezers?
It's incredible. It looks like it's AI because it looks like things shouldn't look that good, if that makes sense.
I'm still amused by the fact that your wife wanted to go on holiday without you.
Well, wouldn't you?
Is she thinking, well, he's going back to the UK in 2027, so why can't I go on a holiday this year?
That.
Oh, wow. Beautiful.
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah.
And she's just sent another one. That. And
That looks
beautiful.
it looks kind of like Wales, to be honest.
Yeah. It's just amazing. A little bit volcanic.
Yeah. Wonderful, John. Oh, Christ, we've got loads more comments. Julian says, Tim, if your parts are moving and they shouldn't, you need duct tape. If they're not moving and they should, you need WD-40. Helpful look.
Mm-hmm.
Bob says, not sure why Gary's flew through and John's are stuck. Both posted with a few minutes of each other. Different customs, isn't it? GM says, Mikey, we looked at the kits. We're still a bit scared of the things. A Swiss watch has less parts. It's fine.
Gary's in WA, isn't he?
At the moment, he's in. It sounded like he was in Auckland looking for orcs.
Yeah.
Oh no, I mean like for customs and things.
Ah.
Actually, don't mind me. I don't know what I'm saying.
Let's catch up on the comments.
Let's.
Sure.
JT says, Mikey, the Ferry Styx is coming along, not a ferry across the Mersey, old 60s song by Jerry and the Pacemakers. Yeah.
Well, the stick song, Boat on the River.
Yeah. Kelly says, so where are you gents from? Not sure the countries y'all are all from. I'm from Wales.
The red guy here is in Newcastle, about 170 kilometres north of Sydney, Australia.
Yep. He's in England.
From England. From England.
Sunshine Coast, Queensland, Australia.
There we go. So we've got the Welsh, the English, and the Aussies.
A Welshman,
And
Englishman, and Australian walked into a bar.
I said, where's the fourth? JT says, Gary, too many parts lead to frequent shelving. Yes. Julian says, Mikey, I suspect the lengthy discussion about the C word related to parrot fleas might make modders just a teensy bit cross. I can imagine when she's watching it, she'll be twitching like hell.
I mean, oh,
Duke says, I don't mind John's recorder. It's his electric recorder. Oh, that's a secret. Patrick says, my music teacher in high school called recorders agony sticks.
oh.
Joe, when Mikey was in junior school, what, 2 years ago? Oh, no. How old am I? 37. Junior school. I left junior school at 11, so no, stupid boy. Yeah.
Look, is it funny Mikey just graduated? Yes.
Shit.
Was he
26.
crushing it on the school rugby team? Also, yes.
26 years ago, I left junior school. Yeah. Wow. Then high school, finished high school at 18 because I stayed on for sixth form. But by the time we got to sixth form, me and a couple of mates were teaching rugby to the younger kids after school, which was quite funny. Just telling loads of 11-year-olds just smash into each other. It was brilliant.
Can't be that hard. Pick up ball, run it straight, son.
One of them turned up in an American football helmet and pads, and we were like, "What the fuck are you doing? Get it off!" Jesus Christ, man! Where do you think you are? GM says JT have lots of shelf kits. Most waiting for parts or paints. John's got his wooden dildo out.
Yeah.
Bob says, JT, there are 12 sets of legs. Build one, then repeat ad nauseum. Yeah. Oh, come on. There we go.
That's what she said.
JT says, Bob, it's the 300 parts you need to make, working on dry dock a bit at a time. There you go. GM says to Gary, to Bob, I'm assuming, send the kit to JT. Bob says, both parcels customized at Sydney according to tracking. Ooh, interesting.
Oh, not far away then.
Julian says, watching TV with mum once, woman said, they like men who play an instrument. Bloke said, not recorder. I said, oi, I played recorder in school. Mum said, I rest my case. JT says, I could use one when the doc is done. GM says, Timmy, kits went to Sydney, then forwarded to Korea.
Oh, wow.
Kelly says she has a good friend in Australia. They talk all the time.
Wonderful. But not all that bad.
Yeah. Bob says, JT, the only ones I have left are in slightly squashed boxes, but if you want one. GM says, in New Zealand at the moment, filming music videos. There we go. Duke says, grade 5, the best 3 years of my life. Julian says, I'm from South Wales, UK. The South is the godly... No. The South is the heathen part, Julian. Get it right. There we go. See? Even acknowledges it. Oh, wait, the other way around. There we go. And Kelly says, Julian, lol. Yes. Oh, wow, we've only got 10 minutes to go. It's gone quick today.
Do people want to hear the recorder? Say no. Say no.
No.
Yes, please.
So
Hells
can
to
you
the
not
no.
can you not play music at all on YouTube?
I thought that was a request.
No, I am genuinely confused because with the whole fair use thing, doesn't it come under like transformative? Like it's only if you use someone's actual.
Yeah.
It's not just that. It's when you're setting up a live stream, you have to put into YouTube what category it comes under. So because you got like different categories like music and things like that, And if you put it under the wrong one, then they take the video down for that as well. It's stupid.
Well, I think what I do can hardly be called music.
Cat pipes.
You can post a video of it. You can do it on Discord if you want. That's fine. Discord don't care. And I don't get paid anything from Discord. You know.
Speaking of,
would you settle for no more than 5 seconds?
Sorry, you spoke over your nephew.
No.
try again?
Sorry, go with John first.
That's all right. He's finished talking. He can shut the fuck up.
Alright.
Go on, Tim.
I was just going to say, do you have the Discord link handy to put in the comments, or can Julian whack that in?
Julian can.
Because I
Julian.
can wholeheartedly plug the BBC Discord. It's a great little community in there. Most of the people in chat are in there, and there's rooms to just shoot the breeze, have a bit of a yak, share memes, and then the creative project showroom's really good and plenty of tips and tricks. So whether you're brand new and want to learn something, or you've been in it for a while and maybe you have something to share, it's an awesome place to kind of get in and meet some new people.
There you go. I can put it in.
Cool.
There we go. There's the link. If you want to join, feel free. As long as you're not John, then you're more than welcome.
Yeah. I was on there for a couple of hours yesterday, but nobody else was.
I didn't see. I would have joined you otherwise. Maybe message me next time. Say, do you fancy going into the smoke pit?
The smoke pit.
Because I was sat here painting on my own all the afternoon. Kelly says yes. Jem says, better still send 2 kits to JT Bobby. That will keep him quiet. Bob says, another imported Heathen, junior version, Minion Heathen, but at least I have the t-shirt. He does. Julian has his own t-shirt in the merch store, which is really cool. That's the point. We've not shared the merch store for ages, have we? I don't think.
I showed my daughter Erin the Look Out Marley's About sticker today.
Yeah.
Because she was in the car when we ran over the wallaby.
Yeah.
So she thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, John has his own whatchamacallit merch in there. Scale Modeling Twins have their own merch in there as well. There you go, and there's a link to the merch store. Kelly says, play an original then. There's nothing original about John. Bob says, Gary, a sidewinder and a forward walker. Ho-ho! Julian says, if your box is squished, you should probably see a doctor. Not mine, though. He's a bleeding idiot. My repeat prescription says it issued Dr. Pooled list. Sigh. Do you mean Dr. Pulled list? I don't know. JT says, if I'm a member of a group on Facebook for autism, certain noises get to me, dishes clanking, anything loud and shrill. Do you know what? They get to me as well. Then quiet bothers me. I have 2 extremes that are weird. Yeah. I like peace and quiet. But yeah, certain noises get to me as well. Jim says, Wales is one country. Pretty sure there are heathens all over. No. There's a north-south divide. It's called the M4. I think it's the M4. Motorway.
M4.
Yeah. Which actually goes right back to the time of the first Welsh kings, where the M4 was still around.
Yeah. There's only one motorway in Wales, and I can't remember the name of it.
No, there ain't. There's 2.
Is there?
Yeah. M4.
You're
and
a
M50.
terrible Welshman.
M4
Terrible.
and M50.
When
Be
do I
better at Welshman.
Yeah, be better.
Yeah, there you go. The M4.
And the M50.
Neither of them are in Mid or North Wales, so why would I care what they're called? They're both in heathen country. There's the Discord link. JT says, I think this dry dock is playing with my patience. Makes it hard to focus in a respect I feel the model was slightly beyond me. You'll do it, mate. Just patience. That's all it takes. Julian says, Gem, yep, we transplant them all over the place, infiltrating the north. Yeah, we can piss off back down south. Bob said, that's why they have Scale Model World at Telford. Because it's neutral ground. Bob says, imported to Wales from a devilish Devonshire. There we go. That's a link to the Redbubble shop. There's another link to the Redbubble store, the merch store. John says, Gem, thanks, I got a laugh. Duke says, I've just had a coffee in my is it finished yet cup? Yeah. Jim says, no, it's the Black Mountains that are the divide, Mike. Yeah, actually, good point. Bob says, I'm north of the M4, so is David.
And so is my wife.
How far north, though? That's the thing. Jim says, Operation Heathen. No, you're not. You're not north of the M4. You can be much further south. Kelly says, bye for now. Must start my day. I enjoyed meeting everyone. Nice to meet you too, Kelly.
Yeah.
For joining us.
Come back anytime you like. We're always here.
JT says, thanks so much for today. I really enjoyed everyone's company. Gary, if you're serious, I'll take a model. There we go. Well, it's Bob that has them, I think. I'm going to be spending the rest of the day painting this bloody thing.
Okay. I'll put last decal for this session, but as you see it, I've got all the main decals on. It's all very glossy at the moment. There's not much in the way of main decals. All that remains is most of these stencils go on. There's not too many of them either. But, and the wings are done. There's only one stars and bars on upper wing and one on the other side lower wing. But yeah, I mean, if it was not wing folded, it'll look like that. So it's coming together.
Lovely.
Yeah, cool.
You're doing a good job, Nodge.
Oh, shucks.
As you always do, to be fair. I don't think I've ever seen you make a bad model.
Oh, I've made good models bad.
Right, you just made it the wrong way around.
Yeah.
Different.
And always recovered.
Yeah.
All I did was just keep adding some splotches of different color and stuff into the tracks on the Panzer II, because I'm still waiting on decals for that one. And I worked a bit more on my fairy swordfish. So
Cool.
got the two parts of the central cockpit together there. So yeah, there'll be three blokes all squished in there, and yeah, that'll be a fun build, I think.
Nice. And succinctly as possible, Mal, what have you done today?
Trying to find something to actually model. I've added these pieces onto the three. They're going to be trimmed off to blank off those spaces there, and add a bit of detail for the three subsurface radar for my hobnob search and rescue vehicle.
Nice. Good work. Oh, come on. Jim says, see you all tomorrow for the omnibus build. Yeah. John says, I'm going home. Patrick says, is that the TACOM 350 scale kit, JT? Julian says, Jim, we tried that. Sadly, Baldrick devised the oh-so-cunning operation name. Bob says, what's more, my house used to be in England. The border was at the bottom of the mountain, and I'm about 8 miles north of the M4. That's still pretty close, dude. The M4 is pretty far south. It's only just north of Cardiff.
Hey, you're the one that said it was the line.
Yeah.
North is north is north.
Well, to be fair, Cardiff does tend to forget about anything north of the M4. So, well, Cardiff Bay does anyway. Jim says stencil decals make the model look much more authentic. Yes.
Yeah.
Jimmy says, Jim, you mean the Oshita bus build? The one where Nodge has the driver at the back?
Challenge accepted.
Jim says, Julian, yes, indeed. Cool. Well, it's been fun today, guys, and it's gone really quick.
Yeah.
So
Amazing
thank you
how
for joining.
time flies when you're worried about the wrath of modders.
So, yeah, thank you for joining us, everyone. Me and John will be back tomorrow, 12 till 2. Until then, Hull Vow for now.
All right.
Goodbye.